Yo, what's going on in Minnesota? Somalis are showing up for Trump. First of all, I ain't even American. I'm Canadian, but I live in the UK, and I find this shit hilarious.
So I'm finding out that a lot of Muslims voted for Donald Trump. Like, are you serious? Oof! Like, you guys are forgetting that you guys are on the travel ban. Like, you guys are playing pick me, pick me, pick me. You guys are on a travel ban. Like, your country cannot come in. Like, are you serious? Oof!
Would-be African nation that is in love with Donald Trump, according to BBC, is Somaliland. This article was published on January 2025, and BBC wrote, "Many people in Somaliland are convinced that the United States, under the incoming presidency of Donald Trump, is poised to become the world's first country to recognize the self-declared republic."
Donald Trump has banned citizens of 12 countries from visiting the United States.
We will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm.
Yo, like when I saw this shit, I was like, I pray to God Somalia is not one of those countries. And I looked and I found out that we definitely are. And I was like, what the fuck? Why do we always keep getting banned from places? You know, the thing is, like, from what I've seen, like from Somalis.
Hello and welcome to the channel once again. I hope that you're doing fine wherever you're tuning in from. Well, in today's video, we will be looking at Somalis' reactions to the ICE raids or the ICE raids that are ongoing in LA and the bans that Donald Trump has given to Somalis, and also the Somalis being deported back to their country. Well, this is after, in the previous elections, as we all know, Somalis, and mostly Somalis from Minnesota, decided to side with Donald Trump. Well, they decided to side with him despite the fact that all other African Americans were siding with the Democrats, but they came out in large numbers and endorsed Donald Trump. And for some unknown reason, Somalis have been acting like they are not black. In fact, they are the whitest black people that you'll ever come across. And this is after them voting for Donald Trump. First, Donald Trump being the president, he gave Somaliland and Somalia, which are countries that these Somalis do actually come from. Two countries were given a travel ban, meaning that Somalis are not allowed to travel into the United States of America. And remember, that has happened soon after they elected Donald Trump as their president in America. Yes, and they effed around, and right now it's the period where they are getting the results of their actions. They decided to vote against the whole African tide or against the whole black tide, and they were in a separate corner. And right now it's when reality is catching up with them. Right now, as we speak, so many Somalis are being deported from the United States of America. And not just that, Somalis are not being allowed into United States of America, and it's a law that Donald Trump came with right after the Somalis elected him. Now, I came across some videos from TikTok, and these are videos of Somalis reacting to the whole situation that is going on right now with their travel ban and with some of them being deported. Well, apparently these Somalis act as if they are more Muslim than they are black. They act like they are more Arab than they are black. But remember, even Arabs are not considered white people. So the fact that they are Muslim, they kind of think that they are not black. Remember, even blacks like Minister Louis Farrakhan or blacks like Muhammad Ali, they consider themselves black, or they are blacks who stood with their fellow black people in times of toughness. So it wouldn't serve them right if at all they used religion to run away from the fact that they are black, or to use religion just to isolate themselves from other African Americans, because the fact still remains that Somalis are Africans, despite the fact that they may be Muslims, or they may be probably Kushites, or resembling Arabs. They are still black. So I made a string of these videos, and I hope that you will enjoy them. So without wasting any time, let us get to watch the videos, and I really want you to watch until the end of the videos, because I really want to know what you think about what their reactions are. I really want to hear your mind and your opinion about the ongoing chaos among the Somali community in the diaspora. So tell me what you think in the comment section, and I hope I'll be seeing you on the other side. So right away, without wasting any time, let's get to watch the videos first.
Yo, what's going on in Minnesota? Somalis are showing up for Trump. First of all, I ain't even American. I'm Canadian, but I live in the UK, and I find this shit hilarious. Like, they're full out Trump fans. They got the posters, they got the hats. They're all out. You even got hijabis wearing the Trump hat, just chilling. You know what this is? This is Somalis basically seeing the Democratic Party and looking at them and saying that their values and ideals don't align with us. And they would rather align with somebody who even did a Muslim ban, who did a ban against Somalia and Somali people traveling to America. But I think it's because the Democratic Party have done such a damning job to their reputation that they feel like they have no choice but to go with Trump. Because as much as you guys want to laugh, the conservative values very much do align with some Islamic values, especially when it comes to a certain alphabet team. But yeah, you know what? I would love to hear from somebody in Minnesota who's a Somali that actually is a Trump fan. Let me know why you support Trump, because I'm just assuming. You guys need to let me know.
Donald Trump just banned 12 countries from entering the United States, and Somalia was one of them. Does that mean if I leave and go to Somalia, I can't come back? Because I'm a citizen. And then I don't know if it's actually worth it. Like, I love my country, but I don't know if I would survive there. Like, I would go there and I'm stuck forever. Like, I can never come back. Someone try that and let me know if you come back.
Donald Trump has banned citizens of 12 countries from visiting the United States.
We will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm.
Yo, like, when I saw this shit, I was like, I pray to God Somalia is not one of those countries. And I looked and I found out that we definitely are. And I was like, what the fuck? Why do we always keep getting banned from places? You know, the thing is, like, from what I've seen, like, from Somalis, we only attack each other. Like, we don't attack other people. Our beef is with each other, not with anybody else. So, like, we're not really a threat if you really think about it. Not to other countries, at least. Like, this shit sucks so bad. Like, I remember when I used to live in the UAE, like, the UAE for some reason had beef with Somalia at that time, and they literally canceled every Somali person's visa in the country. And like, we were scrambling to figure out our visa situation. If you have a good passport, like an American or like a European one, thank God and be thankful, because like, having a Somali passport is not for the weak, I swear.
Somalia, no government, no safety, no police, no nothing.
USA, no government, no safety, no police, no nothing. I am Somali. I'm power in the world. If you don't know now, you know.
Listen, that's this dude who got arrested by ICE. When we see this, we know this is somebody else. He's not from our lineage. All right? Especially with all the little janky crimes. I mean, big head, chapped lips. All right, Dad, okay. Hairline. All right, brother. That's not from our lineage. No. Don't chop none of that up to us. Yeah. He's headed back to his homeland. That's where he's headed back to. Good grief. He is headed for trouble. All right. Yeah, 25. Yeah, I don't believe that nigga's 25 either. That's another thing. Yeah, that shit about him being 25, I don't believe that either. Oh, I don't believe that. This is probably one of them dudes to be like, wait, nigga, now hold on. How did you know I'm not FBA, nigga? This dude got arrested by ICE. I posted this and this shit went viral. ICE arrested Abdi Jibril, a criminal alien from Somalia. He has convictions from robbery, menacing, assault, criminal impersonation. He will remain in ICE custody pending an immigration hearing. Like, oh no, nigga, I am FBA. No, dude, no. Family, we can tell. All right?
Tonight, 4 18-year-olds are behind bars after a shooting near Burnsville High School where there was a graduation ceremony. It happened around 8:30 last night as people were leaving the event. It's the second Friday in a row there's been gunfire after a graduation in the metro. Our Renee Cooper is live now in Burnsville with new details. Renee, what are you learning?
Yeah, Kellen, the city now clarifying that the shooting on Portland Avenue, just west of the high school, where Burnsville police say they got multiple reports of fights and gunshots.
Scary. I jumped out of my car and started running.
Minutes later, Burnsville police arrested 3 18-year-old men. Abdikani Abdulwahab and Abdullahi Ali were booked on suspicion of drive-by shooting, possession of a dangerous weapon on school property, and carrying a pistol without a permit. The third, Mustafi Omar, arrested on suspicion of trespassing and refusing to leave. And later, just before midnight, the FBI arrested Amir Ali on suspicion of possessing or operating a prohibited gun. A city spokesperson confirms all arrests are related to the shooting, but said they could not release any additional information, including whether or not the suspects were a part of the ceremony. This comes a week after a similar shooting followed the Wayzata High School graduation in Minneapolis, where 2 people were hurt. Court documents say investigators don't yet know whether the suspected shooter in that case was inside the graduation ceremony prior to the shooting. Family of graduates in both cases worried about the lasting impact.
I hope it doesn't taint, all of the joy that's coming out and like all these kids, going on to the next stage of life.
It's supposed to be a celebration for everybody. People were celebrating, and then this.
Police say they recovered a single firearm here at the scene. We're expecting to see those formal charges come down early next week.
I don't care, Mr. Trump. Take back all Somalis to their own country. That's what they deserve, Mr. Trump. I told you, Mr. Trump.
2 pirates just sentenced to 30 years. One of these pirates is from Minnesota. He's a naturalized U.S. citizen, was living in Minneapolis. Again, sentenced to 30 years in prison for holding an American journalist hostage for nearly 3 years in Somalia. Minneapolis man is 56-year-old Abdi Yusuf Hassan. He had kidnapped the journalist Michael Moore while Michael Moore was in Somalia in 2012. They held him on a hijacked boat, then shuffled him around all these different safe houses around Somalia, and he was chained up every single night and surrounded by armed guards. Eventually, his mom did pay the pirate gang about $1.5 million in September of 2014. The pirate from Minneapolis, 30 years now in prison for doing this.
Incroyable. Somali community Americans on a melting once again, Minneapolis, July 4. They're shooting fireworks at the jigs. They don't even give a damn. This is the problem with Somali people. They don't understand the value they have until it's taken away. Anywhere they go, Minneapolis, Toronto, Seattle, Dublin, London, we cause trouble, chaos. We're too loud, and then we think the world owes us something. We're too entitled. This is the problem with Somali. When you're too entitled, you limit yourself to reach your full potential. These freaking youths that's running around in the ends trying to be freaking roadman, shooting man, huh? They're going back to the half. Guess what? They're always not in the freaking house. These Somali women, they're divorcing this man over small disagreement. Then who will raise the kid from? The kid will grow up to be a freaking deviant by the time he's a teenager. The street will raise him. You don't just get up and leave when times go hard. You can't be selfish and think about yourself and your happiness. The youths, he need a strong father figure, yeah? That can show him how to be a man and how to be a good citizen in the future. I understand the Quran and this will support eugenics, but why you give birth to 7, 9 kids if they're all gonna grow up to be freaking retarded? I'm not blaming Somali women saying it's their fault for freaking divorce, but you have to learn how to cooperate with a man. Build a strong family, because a family is a basic unit of society. Well, I big up to freaking Minnesota. I'm not freaking putting it down. They have freaking mad potential, but they just have to realize the value they have, huh? And build on that strong foundation.
I need one reason why Somalians, they say they are not blacks. I have a lot of friends that are Somalian. I love their women. Some of the Somalians that I know are nice people, amazing. But I want you all to give me one reason why you guys say you are not blacks. You are Somali or Somalians. Us as Africans, as blacks, we want to know that reason. Because it seems like some of you Somalians are getting out of hands. So we need to know. Nothing's alive, not joke.
You know what I don't understand, yeah? I don't understand the people that say Somalis are not black. Yes, you are black. In fact, let the police in America decide if you're black, yeah? Wallah, I clock Somalis, yeah? Us Somalis, we actually have an identity crisis. Because one day we're not black. Like I'll be chatting to one of my Somali friends, he'll be like, yeah, he's black. Then I'll look at my other friend, he'll be like, no, I'm not black. Nigga, why are you then? Don't say the N-word. Don't even say it. And do you know what clocked as well, yeah? It's the darkest Somalis that say they're not black. It'll be the dark ones. It'll be the dark ones. No, I'm not black, bro. I'm not black. You know what, yeah? Who cares? Who cares if you're black or not? Wallah, who cares? Every black people use Vaseline. Every black... So why do Somalis use Vaseline? I don't see any Caucasian person using Vaseline in their face. So when you're writing your ethnicity on a job application, for example, it says black British, black Somali. The first word is black. So you guys are black. Please stop it, guys. I'm done with this. We are black.
Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black.
Congratulations, your application has been granted. It was quite evident that you are very eager to separate yourself from the black community. And so we wish you all the best as you embark on this fight to fight white supremacy all on your own. I can assure you that it is relentless, unforgiving, and quite merciless. But for whatever reason, this is the hill that you have chosen to die on. So we can only wish you all the best, and we hope it was worth it.
Well, there you've seen it, guys. It's a whole lot of chaos in the Somali diaspora. And I'm talking about the Somali diaspora in America right now. And it's really biting them back in the back. And this is something that it was not a secret. It was something that even after Somalis decided to support Donald Trump in the elections, they were publicly criticized, and all the other African Americans could not believe it, because Somali leaders, or rather the Muslim Somali leaders, were all seen at Donald Trump's press briefing, and they all endorsed him, and they went into the elections supporting him. And right now they are facing the consequences of their actions. Remember that each and every action that we make here in America, or that you make there in America, has a consequence. And for them, Somalis, they made the wrong decision, and right now they are coming to meet the consequences of the actions that or of the choices that they decided to make. Now, it's something that's out there, and it's not only Somalis who are suffering. And aside from that, there's a whole big argument that even if we other African Americans, or even if the black community does not stand with them, then we also stand a very huge chance of being next, because as soon as they are finished with Somalis, they are going to look for Nigerians, they are going to look for Kenyans, they are going to look for Tanzanians. And it's a whole huge debate that is currently online, and I don't think I'll want to get into that. But after seeing what you've just seen, or witnessing what you've just witnessed, then I really want to know what you think. And please tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think that those who are refusing to participate in these ongoing ICE protests, do you think that they are next in line? Do you think that everyone will be affected, or each and every black person will be affected by the end of these all? Do you think that? Or do you think that this is just probably a strategy of getting black people or the black community to say a thing about the ongoing protests? And because At the moment, the black community has refused to participate in the protest, and this is not something that is new. In the previous protests, or in the past few protests, we've seen the black community not participating in them, and I'd really say that it's a wise move that the black community has made, and it's a positive move because in the past we have seen all the protests that blacks have participated in ending up as a total mess or as a total failure, because white supremacists or the white system has always used protests to suppress blacks. You know, at the end of the protests, you find that our black people have been victimized, or they have been they have suffered police brutality. You know, the police take advantage of these situations just to brutalize blacks. And in at every protest, like the protests that happened last month, the protests against the Donald Trump government and his tariffs and all the things that he was trying to do at that time, well, blacks did not participate in those protests. Oh, somebody just texted me. Well, okay. Well, blacks did not participate in those protests, and what did we end up seeing? Well, what did we end up seeing? We ended up seeing a very peaceful protest, a protest that that did not have violence, a protest that did not have so many people dying. And this was simply because blacks did not take part. But assuming that blacks would have taken part in these protests, then that is when we would have seen thousands of police being deployed, and the police going and being so ruthless on protesters. And the few black people that took part in these protests, well, you know, not every black person probably stands with the black community. There are a few of them who went for the protests. It was funny to see these black people being arrested amidst or in a mass or in an ocean of white people. The police were able to mark and spot these few black people, and they were arrested. Now, with that, I'd just like to leave at that and let you think about it. Tell me what you think in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. If this is the kind of content that resonates with you, or this is the kind of content that speaks to your heart, then please give this video a thumbs up. And if you like the content, then why not subscribe to this channel? I post these kind of videos on this channel, and I do it on a daily basis, and I do it for free too. All you need to do in return is just to subscribe to this channel, and you will be guaranteed to see these videos each and every time I upload a new video. With that, I will just have to say goodbye, and I hope to be seeing you in the next video. Bye.